Hi, I'm Mostly in the Moment, and I'm glad you're here with me. We're going to be looking at the twin flame energies for the week of June 7th through the 13th. We have the divine feminines, the divine masculines, and the union energies. We're going to be looking at the recent past, what's been happening in the last week or so. We're going to be focusing on this week, the 7th through the 13th, and then we're going to have a quick sneak peek at what's to come for the end of June. If you're new to my channel, you can always subscribe for weekly twin flame energy readings. And as always, I am grateful and thankful to those who like, comment, and subscribe. It makes me work that much harder on my soul mission. And there's a quick short announcement at the end of this video if you are interested. Alright, let's get started. So for the union energies in the past week, we have the High Priestess clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. This comes to no surprise for me, as both the divine feminines and divine masculines have been having fated events come through in their lives, and they've been intuitively knowing this, and they've been using their intuition even more as these events unfold, and using their higher self, their higher knowing to understand the big picture of these events unfolding in their lives. We've had a lot of past karmic situations come up. Even if you've already finished those karmic situations, it's just to, tie up loose ends, have some closure, or say your farewells, kind of just put those karmic situations to rest for good. For the divine feminines, for the heart, in the recent past energies, we have the Three of Wands clarified by the Page of Pentacles. The divine feminines have been feeling like they've been on their way to make some concrete plans for the future. You've probably been already involved in some big plans for the future, big plans for this month, this season, for the summer, for this year. These are plans that are for using these energies that are coming through. I just had 222. So yes, involving your romantic relationships also. But this, for me, means more than just the romantic relationship. I feel like this is more, you have the Page of Pentacles here and your thoughts clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. You are not only making big plans, making steps for big plans for this month, this season, this year, in terms of your home and family life, your relationships, your love relationships, your friendships, your family, where you're going to live, where you want to live, what career you want to go to, if you want to switch careers or switch jobs, and traveling, knowledge, pursuing knowledge. All of these things are coming into play, because for your physical, we have the Devil in reverse with the Fool card as a clarification. You are done with those karmic situations. You're done with those cycles that have been repetitive, that are no longer good for you. You're not getting much out of them anymore. You're not learning anything new. So you've put those karmic situations aside. You put those old cycles that may have been beneficial in the past, maybe your old career or your old home where you have been living. And, it's the time has come to put that aside. You kind of feel like you're on a new start here, ready to start and pursue something new. And you've had some fated events, using your intuition, having these opportunities come into your life, having these solutions, recognizing these solutions that can help you with these long-term plans for this month, for this season, for this year. In all aspects of your life, all physical aspects of your life. This can be, anything like worldly things, anything that has to do with finances, with sensuality, with the body. It could be with your health, it could be with your education, it could be with your career. These are the final steps of manifestation. You're bringing in this abundance, and divine feminines are ready to be open and receive these things. All right, for the divine masculines, for the heart energies, we have the Five of Wands clarified by the King of Pentacles. Wow, the King and Queen of Pentacles. Both the divine masculines and feminines are thinking more long term about where they want to live, what they want to do with their lives, with their careers, with their missions, with their home life, with their partnerships, who they want to partner up with in not just business but in the home front. Who do they want to keep around? Who do you want to stick with you with your friends? Keep the best, lose the rest. And then thinking about creating a family, whether integrating an existing one or creating a new one within an intermediate family, immediate family, with the partners and maybe some kids, or with your own parents, or with the community and with your business family. So the divine masculines have been feeling like they want to make these changes and have been thinking about just small changes they can make in their everyday life to move forward on this path that they are looking to be the King of Pentacles in. For their headspace in the recent past, we have the World card and the Queen of Swords clarified. Just to let you know, there's a lot going on with the masculine energies, the divine masculines, this month. I feel a lot for the divine feminines too, but it's more clear cut for the divine feminines. For the divine masculines, it's just like a lot of energies coming together in the mental space, in the head space. So thinking about a lot and thinking about how to make moves. Because it's clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Queen of Swords. Again, so two Queen of Swords in the divine masculines, recent past, head energies. Really, really thinking about spirituality, and if not in terms of spirituality, their truth, what they believe is to be true. So if it's not in a spiritual realm, it's like if you're around with family and they want you to do one thing, it's like, no, but I know this is right for me. I know this is right for my life. Or if you have a lot of friends and colleagues at work saying like, you should pursue this. It seems right for you. Or, this is the next step in the ladder. You should really climb the ladder right here. But you're saying, no, I really know what's right for me. I really know this is what works for me. This is my truth, and I know this is going to work for me. Because you're looking to the long term. You're looking out to the future and how these decisions are going to affect your life in the next 5, 10 years, 20 years also. You're looking down the line. How it's going to affect, if you have kids, how it's going to affect your kids, how it's going to affect your family, how it's going to affect your business. And so, you might be going against a lot of different groups in your life, family, friends, colleagues, your boss, your spiritual leader, just, important groups of people in your life, because you're trying to explain to them, and you're doing it in a very nurturing way, because I'm seeing that you guys are embodying the queen energy here, which is very nurturing and is a big influencer, and you're kind of subtly bringing these energies to others. So it might be that you're kind of slowly telling other people about what you're planning to do and how you feel about your life right now and how you want your life to go, and it might be different than what other people might be thinking. And with the World card here, it's like you've been doing this a little bit in the past, in the past few months, past few weeks, past few days, but I feel like recently you're really ready. You're really ready to like wrap these things up and move forward with your life. It's like, okay, there's so much I can tell people little by little, but if they're not going to get it or they're not going to support me, I got to make moves. I got to get going. You know, I don't have time to explain to those who are not ready to hear it, you know. Sorry, excuse me. Oh no. All right. So now we have, sorry, I take care of these cards like my babies. I need to. My new dress. All right, here we go. I'm so sad that happened. I Purell my hands, even if I haven't touched anything, like even if I've just, you know, done laundry, I like Purell before I like use my cards. These cards are my babies. All right. Anyway. So for their physical energies, for the divine masculines, physical energies in the past couple of weeks, we have the Two of Wands again. A lot of repeating cards. Looking to the future, trying to make plans, trying to see how things can fit in together. You know, we have the Five of Cups and the Devil as a clarifier. We have the Devil on both the divine masculines and divine feminines, recent past physical energy. So dealing with a lot of karmic situations, having regrets about dealing with the karmic situation in the past and how they did in terms of the divine feminine and in terms of their future plans. You know, it's like, man, did I just waste all the time on that, you know, when I could have been, you know, living this truthful life, this life that I know was right for me? Was I like pushing down what I knew was right and therefore let these karmic situations come in? Like, did I allow these karmic situations to come in because I wasn't living my truth? And, you know, it's kind of like regretful in a way, but these are the clarifiers. Like, you know, you see the future now, you see that the karmic situations or the ego for what it is, and realizing that, you know, it's just a part of that cycle. You know, you have these endings, you have the World card, you can see the completions of these things, so it's easier to understand what you might have regretted in terms of karmic situations or ego in a big picture sense. Like, oh, these things needed to happen in order for me to come to my truth, to be able to be pushed into living a more truthful life, making the judgment call, choosing for myself, for my free will, that this is what I want to do. You know, it's like seeing these lessons unfold in front of your eyes. Okay, so what's happening currently? Well, there's a lot happening in this week. A lot happening. We have the Queen of Cups with the Tower card with the Ace of Swords. A lot of energy. See, now because the Tower is surrounded by the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords, I feel this Tower moment is a very, very positive one. I mean, a lot of people see the Tower as something negative, abruptly happening in your life, but you don't have to see it as negative. If you change your perspective, you can see this negative as a very positive thing. For example, I remember, I think when I just got out of college or something, the stereo in my car broke, and I was too broke to fix it at the time. So I'm like, you know what? I've been meaning to learn how to beatbox, and this is the perfect time. For 7 months, I had no music in my car, and I learned how to beatbox. So, I mean, and I've always wanted that to happen. It allowed me to think. You know, I drove a lot back then. It allowed me to think clear, just with silence, you know, just be able to meditate. And that's how I learned how to meditate on these long drives now. It's just second nature to me. And it was such a, out of nowhere, I could see it as a negative, but I was sick of the music on the radio. I needed some quiet in my life. I feel like there's so much noise that the silence in my car when I'm just driving alone allowed me to just think and be on my own. Just think for myself for a second, have a time to myself. And I picked up a new skill. So, hey, win-win. And I also learned how to fix my stereo at the end of all of that. And so the Queen of Cups, I feel like this is, and the Ace of Swords, this is an opportunity for love to come in, for some sort of spiritual victory, some sort of victory in your truth. So I'm feeling like for the Divine Feminines, there's an opportunity for an opportunity to come in. there's a chance that something you've been giving love to, giving thought to, wanting to manifest in your life is gonna start coming through and start coming in. And it's because some sort of victory. I see some sort of victory in a manifestation of something, And this is 7 of Swords and 4 of Swords reverse as a clarifier. There's no deceit here. There's no trickery involved with this opportunity. There's no, it's time to come out from being a rest or going within and, trying to settle these energies and trying to just, deal with all the, karmic situations or purging or, seeding. You were seeding a long time ago. These manifestations are now coming in. It's time to get out from this rest period. This is no joke. This is the real deal. This opportunity coming in for you has to, again, the Queen of Pentacles. This is, you've been knowing these opportunities. You've been working on this. It's coming through. With the 8 of Wands, really fast. This is in the physical energy. The High Priestess and the 10 of Pentacles, what's clarified by. This is what you've been manifesting. This is what you know is coming through. It's going to come through fast. It's going to come through quickly. This is something that is going to be long-lasting. Something you've been manifesting. And what you've been manifesting is something long-lasting. Something big. Because with the Queen of Pentacles here, I feel like this is a career change. This is moving homes. This is getting engaged, entering a long-term relationship, thinking about marriage, thinking about having a family or incorporating family, getting healthy again, starting a brand new health routine or having a procedure done. For health reasons, getting some sort of inheritance or a windfall of money, what was it? Or starting at college or university, pursuing a higher knowledge, even just researching things on your own, learning more about spirituality or joining a spiritual class for, Reiki or being a shaman, just a higher pursuit of knowledge, which also means moving and doing bigger and better things. All these things that you've been manifesting, that you've seeded a long time ago, maybe 6 months, a year ago, are now coming through fruition. Because in your head, you have the Knight of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles. Things that you've been working on are coming through now, very forceful, very active in your life. Things that you're going to be thinking about a lot. You're going to be working on a lot. You're going to see the bigger picture too. It's like you're going to see all these things that are manifesting in your life, or opportunities coming through your life, or solutions to problems you've had just being downloaded. Because in your heart you have that new beginning. You're ready. You're done with this old cycle, and you're ready to, 3 of Pentacles, work with others, work with your divine masculine, work with your soul family. You might be meeting soul family, and people just coming into your life that you can that you're like-minded or can help you out. You can help them out and work together with. This can be also work or school or starting a business. The Divine Feminine, good things are happening. Good things are happening, so please be open. Please be receptive. I know for me, I haven't gotten a download for my soul mission for a while now, and it's, everyone's soul mission is to be aware of the connection with other people, right? But for my soul mission project, I mean, I've had the draft of my business plan for a bit, and I did that like a few months ago, and I haven't really, added on to it for a while. I got this idea to start it up again last year, and I've been working on it, but I haven't really gotten anything new. And then just earlier this week, I got this big download of like a missing piece of the puzzle for my soul mission project, and it was like, everything was fine, but I'm like, something's missing. It's because I was working with the old financial system. I'm like, oh my goodness, if I work with the new financial system, everything works. Everything is in its place. Like, this can definitely work. So now I'm like rejuvenated in my soul mission project after working on myself, working on my past, my karmic situation, my past life stuff so much that I finally got new insight into my soul mission project, and I'm really excited and fired up to work on that again. So I feel like the Divine Feminines might be having a big choice to make in terms of love, and this is like love with Divine Masculines, another love that might come in, or love in their career or project or soul mission coming up, and I'll get to that soon. Was there something else I'd say? Yeah, because for the Divine Masculines now, this is very interesting, and I was really excited to see this. We have the Moon in reverse, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, and this is all indicating to me that they're coming out of hiding. They're coming out of keeping to themselves. They're taking the mask off, and they're really coming forward. This all indicates that the masculine is coming forward. They are also feeling like they're coming out of rest, and they're not lying to themselves anymore. They're not being deceitful. They're like, jokes aside, like everything that I've been working for, my truth, living a more honest life, I'm ready for it. I'm coming out of hiding. Like, why am I trying to slowly tell people who aren't ready for it these things? Like, I'm just gonna go find people who are ready for this, including my Divine Feminines, because we've had this conversation before, or I have this knowing, this intuition that my Divine Feminine is supposed to be heavily involved in this project or business or family dynamic that I've been knowing. So yeah, coming out of the dark, coming out of not knowing. I feel like the Divine Masculine is also getting some downloads from the Divine, saying it's time, and like maybe getting some more information also on their own, as the Divine Feminines have been getting downloads. The Divine Masculines have also been getting downloads to like reaffirm that they are on the right path by coming out of hiding, because they've had this change of perspective. They can see things in a different way. And this is not just for Divine Masculines of the twin flame nature. These are masculines everywhere are seeing what's happening in the world and really awakening to their truths. But the Divine Masculines in the twin flame journey especially are ready to share. The Six of Pentacles here. They're ready to share. They're ready to come out of hiding. They know they've been in hiding. They're making this progression, the Five of Pentacles to Six of Pentacles to Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Like, they're coming out of this hiding slowly but surely, making these steps. Because in their physical, we have the Page of Cups. They might have been thinking and dreaming about these things in the past, and then making more physical moves recently, but now it's kind of like they're getting a huge push to come out of hiding. It's kind of like go big or go home, like, like time to put up or shut up. It really, divine masculine is time to put up or shut up, because they're getting the signs everywhere. It's time, and in the physical sense, they're probably getting number sequences. They're probably getting coincidences, like they're thinking of something and then it happens like literally 2 seconds later, because they have the Queen of Cups. What's so interesting about this is that the heart energies of one twin is matching up with the physical energies of the other twin. So what I'm feeling is that what one twin is doing physically, the other twin is feeling in their heart and knows it's going on with their twin. So yeah, like the divine masculine feels that the divine feminine is ready and is making steps, is doing wonderfully in the spiritual journey in terms of dealing with their karmic situation and pushing that to the past and making moves in their manifestations, following their heart, following their inner guidance. And so they are feeling like the Knight of Wands and the Emperor. These are the clarifiers for the Page of Cups. They want to come through. The divine masculines are ready to make moves too. Divine masculines and feminines are having a lot of knights, so a lot of fast-moving knights. Oh, wow. So we got the Knight of Swords here and the Knight of Wands. A lot of active physical energies, like just getting out there in the world and making moves and not just saying that you're going to, but actually doing it. This is the final step in manifestation, is actually aligning those seeds that you planted and those thoughts and those emotions with what you want in your life, and actually making steps and going out there and doing them. That's the final step, because once you start physically making steps towards your manifestations, they're going to come through right away. That was a bad snap. The Emperor. The divine masculines are feeling like they're ready. They are on top of their game, they're I do feel a little bit of sexual energy here, but craving that sexual energy with specifically the divine feminine. Yeah, it's like there's no sex like twin flame sex, right? So they're specifically craving that sexual energy or sensual energy with the divine feminines, and wanting to open up and flirt a little bit, and kind of getting these things going. And you'll see why the divine masculines is thinking that way, and you'll see what's up for the divine feminines here, because in what's to come in June, we have the Emperor, the King of Cups, the Five of Cups with the Nine of Wands reverse. Very strong masculine energy, but with love. Like it's a balanced masculine energy, like a masculine who could also understand their emotions. They're emotionally mature, but also, divine feminines are being very emotionally mature. But with an Emperor, both are looking for stability. Both are looking to put down a foundation for the long term. And you can see these things happening with the manifestations, with the long-term plans, living in your truth. Both the divine feminines and masculines are ready to put down roots. Put down roots in whatever venture is next for you. Being very emotionally mature in pursuing these and laying down these foundations, but also with each other. Being at that point in your spiritual journey where you can understand each other, you can understand each other's karmic pasts, understand where the lessons are coming in, because you both had to learn similar lessons that are mirrored. And there might be some sadness in not being able to get there before, but it was divine timing. It was when both partners got to this point and they finished all their inner work. So divine feminines, they're ready to share, but they feel like something's not fair here. They're ready to share, and I feel like there's a bunch of opportunities that come in, at least 2 at the same time for the divine feminines, that has the divine feminines really excited but not knowing what way to go. I've been getting this a lot in my readings recently, is that you have this choice to make in love. It could be like career and your twin comes in at the same time, or opportunity to move, and a family member that needs your help, that you need to stay with them for a while. Could be you need to leave to study something somewhere, and another lover comes in and your twin comes in. It's like, I feel like there's a lot of things coming in at once for the divine feminine. It's kind of like you're gonna have to figure out and make a choice of what can you wait on for a bit and what do you need to focus on now. For the divine masculines, I feel there's also this excitement here that you might come forward to your divine feminines, but I know you'll at least have moved past all these things that you've been working on, even up till the last week. But you're coming out of hiding. You're making yourself known to the divine feminine, and if not, to the other feminines in your life or other important people in your life, to make steps to coming towards your divine feminine. And you're kind of, a little bit worried about, how you might come off to the divine feminine or to other loved ones around you. But I'm seeing specifically your divine feminine, about, the things you had to leave and the things you had to open up about, or may have to open up about and say, because in your thoughts you have the Empress with the 10 of Cups. You are hardcore thinking about the divine feminine and this adventure you are, in your heart, you're supposed to go on with the divine feminine, because you're feeling like the King of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, like the lovers. The feminine and the masculine got the lovers in their physical space. And the 7 of Cups was clarified by the Hermit. Like, you're keeping all these things within you. Like, you want to be the King of Pentacles. You want to give this offer, or this offer is coming to you. You have to make this choice in love, and it's like a very, you're dreaming about this. It's a very dreamlike state about this choice in love and this romantic love situation that's going on in your life. It's coming up, and that you're not sure where it's going to go, because the divine feminine has some choices to make, and whether this is in the physical or you feel the divine feminine's energies, you are unsure what the final decision is going to be in this month, but where it's going to go in the next few months and this year is something that needs to be thought about later this month. Okay, for my announcement, I will be giving out 2 free readings I'm just going to use one of those random comment pickers, and I'll be picking it after Sunday, so I'll be picking it on the 11th, to give away 2 free live Skype readings. And so I got a lot of guidance this week from my higher self and my spirit guides to this is a very important time to be focusing on being open and receptive to the abundance coming in, and to not be focusing on just timing, because it is around the time this month, this season, and so you want to be focusing on your goals, and the details are coming in. So focusing on the positive aspects, the goals, the details, and your manifestations is going to help you manifest those faster. So I'm doing live readings, so that way I can get to the point quicker with you guys. So I'm going to do a special 20 for 20, $20 for 20 minutes. It usually goes longer than that. My normal readings that are recorded are about an hour long and sometimes longer, depending on what kind of reading you get. So I'm doing 20 for 20, and it might go a little bit longer because I feel like it's a very important time to focus on your manifestations or being open to your abundance coming in. And if you're having a hard time with that, I'm getting definitely meditate. It's like a psychedelic trip every time I meditate now. And if you're having a hard time still with meditating, reach out to any readers that resonate with you. It doesn't have to be me. Anyone that resonates with you, it might be a good idea to get a reading from them. But I am giving that 20 reading for this month live on Skype, and because my readings are usually recorded, that's why I'm giving away the 2 free readings, is to adapt to that setup so I can figure out how to do those readings through Skype. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope you stay with me mostly in the moment, and I wish you much love and light.